Carlo Ancelotti has just become the Brazil manager, and he's got one goal: winning the World Cup for Brazil. Now, I'm joining him as his assistant manager to help him out, and here we go. The 2026 World Cup begins. Ancelotti's Brazil start off strong, beating Croatia and topping the group. Vinicius was proven to be a true leader, but the real tournament begins in the knockouts. Brazil get the better of Ecuador, but now they face tournament favorite Spain. No, Spain have scored. And again, this can't be happening. Ancelotti was supposed to be the one to bring home the World Cup. Instead, Brazil have been humiliated again. Ancelotti was devastated, but he did figure out why Brazil had not won a World Cup in over 2 decades.
For too long, Brazil have been dependent on 1 or 2 superstars. For 2030, we need a new approach. I want to build a proper squad. Sid, my boy, I'm sending you to England on a secret project. This will save Brazilian football. See you in 2030.
But wait a minute, I've just arrived in England and I'm being unveiled as the Everton manager? How is that going to help Ancelotti and Brazil win a World Cup? But okay, Don Carlo has a plan. He wants me to completely transform this Everton team into an all-Brazilian side. And we've got to do this by signing the best Brazilian talents, promoting academy players, and the goal is by 2030 to develop the next generation of Brazilian World Cup winners. Alright boys, season 1 and the road to 2030 begins. This entire Everton team we've got, it's gonna get completely binned. First season, my goal is to build a full 11 of Brazilian talents that hopefully we can develop over the next 4 years. Okay, but with a budget of 78 mil, I don't know how many Brazilians we would even be able to sign. I mean, this challenge would have been better with a bigger club like Real Madrid or something. But yeah, no serious club would allow us to do something like a Project Brazil. I guess Everton agreed because Carlo Ancelotti had coached them before. Anyways, I'm now looking at the Brazil team that lost the 2026 World Cup. Just trying to see what kind of players do we need to develop over the next 4 years. It's got to be fullbacks though, because yeah, this Brazil team, they don't have the likes of Roberto Carlos, Marcelo, Dani Alves anymore. Also in the midfield, come on, they need more talent. Spain's got the likes of Pedri. We can't be having people like this Edison guy. Also in the attack, maybe a striker, because Rodrigo's playing out of position. Talking about the striker position, I think we got to bring in Hendrick. 81 rated at the age of 19. Over the next 4 years, if we can develop him, bro could be 90 plus rated easily. But if we keep him at Real Madrid, he's not going to get game time. He won't grow. And this is exactly the purpose of Project Brazil. We're bringing Hendrick to Everton. Over here, we're going to prioritize getting him game time, getting him to grow. And yup, he's the first Brazilian we're bringing in. Hopefully, the first of many. But man, Hendrick itself costed 45 million. And look at that, without a 27, that is not going to be enough to sign more Brazilian talents. Saying that, though, we're literally going to accept any offer that comes in for any non-Brazilian player, which is pretty much the entire squad. So, yup, the money is constantly coming in with player sales. And that's more like it. We're up to 89 million. That should easily be good enough to sign a couple more Brazilian talents. And I think we gotta start by bringing in Andre Santos, 22-year-old, 81 rated. Yup, just look at his stats. He's the perfect midfielder for us to try and develop over the next 4 years. We're indeed signing him up. I've also found a couple more Brazilian talents we can add. First one is Murillo. He's already pretty good at an 83 overall. Imagine when he's in his prime at the age of 28. We need to sign him. And also another bet we can take is on Pedro Lima. I told you we need the next Dani Alves, and maybe we can mold Pedro Lima into being that. He's only 20, already 73 rated. The next 4 years are going to be key for him. We're signing them both up. With that, we've now got 4 Brazilians in our team, but I want to try and build a full 11 before the season begins. Now, the good thing is the money just keeps flowing into the club because I'm constantly selling our other players. And with 74 mil, we can easily get 3 to 4 more players. Oh, and I think I found a couple of good talents. Lucas Beraldo from PSG. He could be the next Thiago Silva for Brazil. There's also João Gomez. Again, already 81 rated, 25 years old. He'll be in his prime by the time it's 2030. We're signing them both up. Also, there's Luis Guilherme, 78 rated at the age of 20. Now, I know Brazil already have Vini and Rafinha, but I don't know how good Rafinha is going to be in 2030. Might make sense to develop someone like Luis Guilherme, so we're signing him up for Project Brazil. We've now assembled 7 Brazilians in our starting 11, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to complete the squad in the first season itself because I've ran out of good players that I can sell. Okay, maybe I can bring in a goalkeeper in Luis Jr. But we do need to develop a goalkeeper because Allison and Edison are super old. I don't know if they're going to make it to 2030. The one good player I had remaining to sell, Jordan Pickford, he's out. And there you go. We've managed to sign Luis Jr. for Everton, our 8th Brazilian player. We still need 3 more Brazilians, a left winger, a centre mid, and a left back. But I think for those positions, we're going to have to use the academy. But also, the Premier League season's approaching. We got to be quick in finding talents. Now, of course, the Premier League doesn't really matter to us. Our goal is simple, to just grow our Brazilian talents and get them prepped for the World Cup. But to give us a bit of an incentive, the Everton board are going to give us prize money for the higher up we finish in the Premier League. Top 10, they're going to give us 25 mil. If we qualify for Champions League, a 15 mil bonus. And if we somehow win the league, they're going to give us 100 mil. I mean, this could be good because it might allow us to sign players like Vinny and grow them to maybe like a 99 overall. Because yeah, we need to have the best Brazilians here if we want Project Brazil to succeed. For now, it's time to head to the favelas in Brazil to find super talents. Okay, we need a left winger, a centre mid, and a left back. We really need this scouting project to succeed. Some of the talents from here could be the ones helping us lift the World Cup. And no freaking way, I think we may have already found the next name, our Bruno Machado. The kid is already valued at 1.8 mil. Nah, man, he is him. We're signing him up. Yo, he's already 66 rated, man. It doesn't get any better than that. Let's just straight away promote him into the senior team. And come on, now we just need a left back and a centre mid, and we've got a full Brazil team. Looks like we've also got our left back, Dennis Martins. No way, guys. He might actually be the next Marcelo. He's already got 80 crossing. 65 rated. We're promoting him as well. Unfortunately, though, I couldn't really find a talented Brazilian centre mid. So, yep, that means for season 1, we're going to have 10 Brazilians in the team, but not bad. I still feel Project Brazil is going well. Let's see how much we can get these players to grow in the first season. End of the season, and I can see a lot of growth. I mean, just look at Luis Jr. He's up to an 85 overall. Imagine him 3 years later when the World Cup is around. Murillo up to 85 as well. Endrick, look at him. He even scored 18 goals in the Premier League. Even the academy boys like Bruno Machado up to 70 overall. Denise Martins, he grew a bit slowly. But yo, in terms of growth, Project Brazil is absolutely working. And we've still got 3 more years to develop this team. But well, things aren't going well for Everton because we ended up finishing 15th in the Premier League. That means no bonus for getting top 10 and everything. But I think that's mainly because we didn't really have any bench and reserves. Like, yeah, this is awful. And of course, there are consequences for not getting a good Premier League finish. No bonus for us. We've got 61.5 mil. Here I was thinking we'd be able to sign Vinicius or Rodrigo. For that, though, we need to somehow get this Everton team to finish higher up, which I don't know if it's even possible. To be fair, with how much our team has grown, if we can just fill up the gaps, especially the central midfield spot, I think we'll have a team that can at least get top 10. Now, I do have a plan. Matheus Cunha.
Are you serious?
I know what you're thinking. He's 28. How is he going to be of any help at the World Cup? There are much better younger players to sign. I very much agree with you, but I do feel Cunha's got something special. He's the kind of profile of a player that we don't really have in the Brazil team. And I know he's 28, but he's still got 3 to 4 seasons to grow. I think we can easily get him to an 87 or an 88 overall, and he could play a big part at the World Cup 2030. I believe in Cunha, boys. We're signing him up for Project Brazil. And finally, we now have a full 11 of Brazilian players. And trust me, guys, in the next 3 seasons, if we get some of these players up to a 90 overall, I think easily we've got a shot at the World Cup. Now, with the remaining money we've got, I want to improve our squad depth. And I've just found Edison from Timu. There's also this Rodrigo Guth guy, 76 rated centre-back. And finally, a free agent, Alessandro Cruz. Now, I don't think any of these guys are going to be heading to the World Cup 2030 for us, but they can definitely contribute towards this Everton team. We're bringing them in. At least these random Brazilians that we've signed make our bench look a lot better. But man, the main goal is this season, we need a lot of growth, but also a high finish in the Premier League could give us a lot of cash. And maybe we can then sign a big Brazilian player here. End of the season, and that's more like it. 8th in the Premier League for our all-Brazil team. That's going to give us an extra 25 million next year. But importantly, look at the amount of growth, man. Endrick is up to 89. I think he's guaranteed a spot in the next World Cup. Luis Jr. as well, 87. Murillo up to an 87. Andre Santos, what growth. Guilherme as well. Beraldo too. Even Cunha, boys. Look at his stats. 10 goals, 7 assists. I told you, don't go by his age. This guy is a baller. Even the young guns like Bruno Machado, look at the growth on him, up to a 76. Martins needs to speed things up though, because the World Cup is coming in a couple of years. He needs more growth than this. Okay, Okay, wait a minute. Why is Cunha and Murillo on international duty? Oh my days, the Copa America is here. I mean, this is the perfect chance to see if our Project Brazil is working. But wait a minute, it just hit me. Ancelotti has not called up most of our players. Only Murillo and Cunha. How on earth is Luis Guilherme not being called up? Or even Luis Jr. in goal? No way, even Endrick isn't in here. That is crazy. I mean, this is Ancelotti's Brazil. It's his decisions that he's making. And well, the results are there. Peru managed to beat this Brazil side. No way, even Uruguay. Bro, if Brazil lose to Paraguay, they might actually get knocked out. And oh my days, I actually can't believe this. No matter what are Ancelotti's tactics and the players he's called up, they shouldn't be losing to Paraguay. Surely this is some sort of a glitch, man, because I genuinely can't believe this is happening. Finally, Brazil get a win. But wait, what on earth is this Copa America format? We've still made the quarterfinals, even after finishing fourth. That is crazy. Now, Ancelotti's Brazil hasn't been the best. He's not listened to me and picked the players we've been growing. But if he can win the Copa America, and there you go, Brazil have knocked out Chile. Uh-oh, but it's Argentina next. Yes, it's an Argentina side without Messi. This weird run that Ancelotti's Brazil is on, where they've lost every game pretty much in the group, but somehow are in the semi-finals. Can this continue? Can they knock out Argentina? Well, no. Instead, they've just got a royal humbling. 3-0. This is why I said Ancelotti that he can't be picking the same players. It's time to give the new generation of Brazil a chance. I'm really hoping Ancelotti understands that, because when 2030 comes, I want to see players from Project Brazil in that starting 11. We're now in season 3, and I'm sure our players are upset for not getting picked in that Copa America. Especially the likes of Junior, who's 87, Luis Guilherme, 86, Santos as well, but mostly Endrick. How did Endrick not get picked? But you know what? We have confirmed with Ancelotti he will listen to us, but in these next couple of seasons, we need to see as much growth as possible. Also, I kind of want to try and sign Vinicius Jr. at some point. He's now playing at Arsenal. I know he's going to be in that Brazil team 100%, but if we can sign him and integrate him into the Brazil team we're building, I think it's more likely Carlo Ancelotti uses the players we're developing then. But yeah, I don't know where we're going to get 144 million. Saying that though, this season our budget is 75 mil, and since last season we secured a top 10 Premier League finish, we get a 25 million bonus to our budget. And there's this left back I saw in the Brazilian national team, Breno Cardoso, 85 rated, 22 years old. His stats are so crazy, he looks like a regen of Marcelo. But I do know that if we end up signing him, I don't think Dennis Martins will make it to the World Cup squad. Truth is though, he's only 71 rated, and I don't know in 2 seasons how much we can grow him. Remember, Project Brazil is about bringing them a World Cup. We've got to make tough decisions. And there you go, we've signed this 85 rated left back. What an incredible team of Brazilians we've assembled, man. Like, this is crazy quality. I still can't believe Ancelotti didn't pick most of these players. But you know what? In the next couple of seasons, if we can show that, yes, our Brazilian players are capable of winning the Premier League, Ancelotti will have no choice but to use these players. Now, I don't want to make any changes more to the first team, because I just want these players to grow as much as they can. But we could do with a bit of squad depth. João Pedro, 83 rated. Not bad at all. We're bringing him in. Oh, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at the growth at the end of the season. Beraldo is up to an 87. Junior up to 88. João Gomez is growing well. Cunha up to 87. I told you, this guy, we needed to trust him. Luis Guilherme, 89. Machado up to an 81. Bro, Endrick is absolutely insane. He's also scored 22 goals this season. And finally, Project Brazil is even getting results on the pitch. 3rd in the Premier League, above Man City. That's going to give us a big money boost next year. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have enough to sign Vinicius Jr. and we can integrate him into Project Brazil. And oh, this is perfect. Our base budget is 129 million, I guess because we qualified for Champions League football. But we are getting a bonus 50 million for, of course, getting that top 4 finish. I think we should have the money to sign Vinicius Jr. Let's try 140 million. If his contract's expiring, this might go through. Well, they do want a bit of extra cash, but I'm willing to pay an extra 100k to sign Vinny. We've just made the biggest signing of Project Brazil. This could be the final piece of the puzzle. Okay, wait a minute. Why is Vinny Jr. a striker? In the system we're building, Endrick has got to be playing up top. Vinny's going to play in that left wing position. And are you actually kidding me? I just converted Vinny to a left winger and his overall went up to 95. I'm sorry, Machado. We grew you as much as we could, but I think you're going to be on the bench for the World Cup because I think Vinny Jr. has to start. I know Ancelotti told us to try and build a proper team and not just focused on one superstar, but even with Vinny being 95, I don't think he's the superstar here. Players like Endrick, Luis Guilherme, Cunha, they can all hold their own. This is a proper team. We do have 1 year left until the 2030 World Cup. I want to see as much growth as possible. If you guys can support the channel too by subscribing, that would be amazing. We're at the end of the season, right before the World Cup. And where have this Brazil team finished? And third in the Premier League again. I was kind of hoping they'd win the Premier League. But you know what? For an all-Brazil team to finish third, I think it's still pretty incredible. Especially considering we didn't have the craziest of squad depths. Although, bro, look at the ratings of these players. Vinny Jr, of course, at a 95. Endrick at a 93. Luis Guilherme at a 92. I mean, surely all these players are going to make the World Cup squad. But yep, guys, our journey with Everton is now over. It's time for the 2030 World Cup. And now it's the moment of truth. The squad for the 2030 World Cup has been picked. Has Carlo Ancelotti learned from that Copa America mistake where he didn't pick any of the players we developed? And yes, guys, he has learned his mistake. He's trusted me. Project Brazil has worked. Look at this, boys. We've got Endrick, Luis Guilherme, Cunha, João Gomes. Basically, 10 Everton players are in the starting 11 for Brazil. Even academy prospect Machado has made the World Cup squad, although I doubt he's going to be playing over Vinny. But we've got Lima as well. Not good enough to be a starter, but we do have Jan Couto. Nah, bro, we have built an unbelievable Brazil team. But the question is whether 2030 is going to be the year Brazil wins the World Cup. This is our group. Switzerland, Egypt, and Poland. I remember that Copa America where we literally lost every game. Surely that's not going to happen here at the World Cup. And it doesn't. We start off strong. Luis Guilherme. We developed him from like a 74 overall or something. And okay, the group stages are done and Brazil have topped it. 3 games, 3 wins. Oh, but this is the new format of the World Cup, boys. There's a round of 32. And we're facing Germany. I'm getting flashbacks, boys. 7-1. But now, boys, this is a chance at redemption. We're going to knock Germany out, please. And yes, João Gomes gets the winner. And through we go to the round of 16 where we've got Croatia. This is what's crazy about the World Cup, man. Every game is like a final, but we somehow keep getting it done. Vinny literally scored a hat-trick. And now it's the quarterfinals, boys, and we've got Morocco. But look at that. France have been knocked out by Australia. Netherlands are through, and what are UAE doing in a World Cup quarterfinal? But let's first get the job done against Morocco. Book our spot in the semis, and we keep winning. In the semifinals, we knocked out UAE. How on earth did UAE make a World Cup semi-final, man? I didn't even know they had a football team. But I guess respect, I stay in Dubai, so it's awesome to see them here. But there you go, boys. 2030, and we've got Brazil to a World Cup final. 4 years of Project Brazil at Everton. Signing some of the best Brazilian talents, trusting them and growing them. Oh, man, I can't believe it. Our Everton team is literally playing a World Cup final. And come on, man. I want to make Project Brazil a success. Let's help Ancelotti's Brazil win the World Cup. And it's already Vinny on the attack. But this time, though, he's got help with Luis Guilherme. No, he couldn't get past him. And here's Cunha starting a World Cup final. We took a massive bet in trying to develop him. And it's paying off as Cunha almost scored in the final. We've got to be careful of Netherlands, man. They've never won a World Cup in their history. But they've always had world-class players. We're going to have to deal with them. Oh, and Cody Gakpo has managed to break through, but we're defending really nicely, boys. And one more thing I've got to say, the chemistry between our players in terms of linking up and all looks absolutely phenomenal. I guess because we've had them all playing in the same club in the Premier League. Now Vinny could help do something as he looks for Endrick. The defender just goes to ground. Still Endrick. He's got a great shot we know about, but he can't keep it on target. Oh, no, no, no. We've let Gakpo through. This is bad. This is bad. He's made a complete fluff of it. We survive. And that's halftime, boys. This World Cup final is so intense. But come on, I feel like this Brazil team has got the mentality. We can get the job done. We've been preparing for this for the last 4 years. Okay, let me get the ball to Endrick. Come on, become the next Pele. And Endrick puts it wide. Bro, we need someone to step up and score, man. I don't want to take this game to penalties. Some good link-up play here. Luis Guilherme looking for Cunha. Could be him for the moment. No, he couldn't get his shot off. We still have it with Guilherme. Looks back inside for Vinny Jr. He can't get the shot off either. Bro, honestly, we've been so much better than Netherlands. We just need that one moment. And maybe it will be Guilherme who's going to look for a cross back post. Endrick couldn't attack it. And now it's maybe Cunha looking inside for Guilherme. Oh, he gets tackled as well. This World Cup final is too much. Cunha again looking for Jan Couto. Our fullbacks are bombing forward as well as we look inside for Guilherme. Could be the moment, and it is. Luis Guilherme, one of the players we developed in Project Everton. He's the one to potentially get Brazil the World Cup. Now we just got to survive for 5 more minutes and the World Cup will be for Brazil. And yes, boys, it's done. Brazil have won the World Cup. The secret project we ran at Everton is a massive success. 4 seasons of developing players, man, and we developed world champions. And just like that, we've helped Ancelotti win the World Cup with Brazil. And let's just enjoy this moment of lifting that World Cup trophy. Now, if you enjoyed this video, why not watch me manage Real Madrid as Xabi Alonso? Click here.